Here for Bramble Fox, and I have a brand new layout, and I'm using the Time to Explore perspective that comes in the Time Well Spent set. And you'll see I'm also using quite a few other sets that are still available in the shop. There's a few older sets, but there's also a newer, the Captured Moments set. So I'll talk through those as we go through the layout. So I have pulled out the 49 and Mkt Wherever collection. It's a travel collection, and I am using some photos from a week away last year in October. I go away with my group of scrapbooking friends for a week scrapbooking. Fabulous. And we took a day out into Ross-On-Wye to just go and explore, and we did this sort of like treasure trail, which basically gives you clues, and you move around finding the sort of the next clue, but you're learning a bit about the history as you go around the town. And it was fabulous. So I've got loads of photos, of course, like we scrapbookers do. And I've gone into one of my multi-photo sort of strip layouts that I've been really enjoying doing more recently. So 12 photos. I've mounted those each on a different coloured pattern paper from the collection. And effectively, what I'm finding is that it just allows me to get more photos scrapbooked, but also is a great visual image to tell the story. So it just sort of really helps. So rather than just using a couple of photos, I do the smaller size, and I've got obviously 12 photos on here, so it's brilliant. And it's just like little pics of all the different places we stopped at as part of our treasure hunt, if you like, around Ross-On-Wye. So yeah. So I've got my 3 photo strips. I've got quite a busy background. It's a bit unusual for me, and I couldn't quite decide whether I would go for it, but I thought, you know what, hey, let's just go for it. It's, I've got all the colours work really well. So yeah. So what I've done, I've pulled out some of the ephemera pieces that come with the 49 and Mkt collection. So I've got some tickets, some little image cards. I've got that little sort of half envelope on the right there in the green. And what else have I got? And I've got a little tag. I've got some like notebook card, and I'm just going to add those, and then I'm going to bring in all the different perspectives, because I've got my Time to Explore title in that mustard color, which is just perfect. And then I just went through my stash, and I've actually got I'm using another 5 different sets actually, but effectively I'm using sort of like one from each set pretty much. So yeah, so I've got my little envelope here, and basically this is going to be where my journaling is. So I'm going to journal on that front card. All the others are just stuck down as layers, as you can see me doing there. Then I've got that large geotag ephemera piece, and it's a button that's at the top there, and it's actually it's a little button we got from the church that's in one of my photos. And it's got hedgehog on it, and there's a bit of a story actually. So there are loads of hedgehogs in this church in various types of forms. So actually, second photo down in the middle strip, there's like a stone carving, and there's a hedgehog on that at the very top. And you had to go around and find all the hedgehogs in the church. That wasn't anything to do with, to be fair, our treasure trail. We obviously had to do it. So yeah, and there was a lady there, and she was so lovely, and she gave us all a little button, because it effectively says we've completed Archie's hunt, which is the hedgehog trade sort of little hunt through the church. So I thought I wanted to get that on and add that on there. So it was a button. I sort of flattened down the pin and everything at the back of it, and then I've just got that. I'll stick that with a bit of some foam pads at the top. So yeah, I think, oh, there we go. I'm going to do it now. So I'm getting my other clusters down. I've stuck down on the left there. I've got one of the mushrooms in the mustard as well from the mushroom set. I've got the camera woody, and that comes with one of the newer sets in the shop actually. It's called Captured Moment, and I'm using that camera woody, and I've also got the camera in that dusty blue over on the right. And the camera perspective, and I'm going to use that in the right cluster as well. But it also comes with 2 other perspectives, and I'm trying to remember what it is, but there are a couple of other things that come in that set. But that's a really lovely set, the Captured Moment set. So with that camera on the right, I decided, because I was layering it over things that were quite patterned, I was just going to back it. So I just backed it with a very sort of coordinating colour. And it is a great way just to layer on open perspectives particularly over busy backgrounds, just so that they show up a little bit more and don't get too lost. So yeah, so I'm just trimming that piece of sort of blue. It's a piece of blue ephemera, so I'm just going to, and as I say, I'm sticking it to the back of the perspective. So yeah, so I can get that cluster set. Then I've got a few of the large leaves. So I've got the large leaf in the brown and the large leaf woody. They are both individual sets that are available in the shop now. And I do love leaves and flowers and little butterflies and the like mushroom, those sorts of things, because I feel like you can sort of tuck those things in, into any sort of embellishment clusters generally, so yeah, I do like them. So yeah, it was nice to dig them out and use them on this particular layout, because effectively we were outdoors, we had this lovely day out. So yeah, they tied really nicely in. Okay, so now I've got those stuck down. What have I got now? Oh, I'm just adding a little bit more ephemera. So this one says "We're not lost," which I thought was very appropriate because we're obviously, finding our way around Ross-On-Wye. So I thought I had to add that on. And what's next? Oh, my title, of course. I haven't got that stuck down. So yeah, I can get that stuck down. I'm just layering that up over the top. Oh, and the little butterfly. The butterfly comes in the captured, I think that's the captured moment set actually. So I'm actually having a look while I'm talking. No, it's not from the captured moment set. Actually, I think it's from the Fox box. So yeah, no, the captured moment set, yeah, has the captured moment title, Say Cheese, and then the camera woody and the perspective camera as well. And then these are the last few bits I'm just adding on. I will do my journaling off camera, and that will just go on the little card in the envelope. And then I'm just going to add some gold splatters because I just felt like I needed to add something, a little bit of mixed media over the top, a little bit of sparkle, and I'm done. So the close up, the final layout will come up in just a moment, and then all the close ups of those fabulous perspectives. So all the details will be in the description below in regards to links to each of the different sets. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching the process video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.